Welcome to our YouTube channel again. This is Isan Kose from Kose Trading, and today we have another speaker product from Bang & Olufsen. It's one of the iconic speaker from Bang & Olufsen. It's the Beolit 17. The Beolit 17 is designed by Cecilie Mans. Cecilie Mans has done many designs from Bang & Olufsen products, and the designer have made to use some different materials to build this product. We have anodized aluminum, and we also have some leather on top as a handlebar, and we also have some plastic parts at the bottom. The Beolit 17 has some buttons. We have the connection button, and we also have a Bluetooth, and we have a pause, play, and volume up and down. And at the inputs we have USB-C, Type-C charger, and one mini jack. The dimensions is 13 times 23 times 19 centimeters. It's a great speaker, very powerful, and it also has a great feeling to it. The weight is 2.7 kilograms for this portable speaker, Beolit 17, and also has a nice touch at the surface. There's 6 drivers actually inside this Beolit 17. We have a long stroke wideband woofer. It's 5.5 inch, and 3 full range driver is 1.5 inch, and 2 times passive bass radiators is 4 inch. And we have only 2 amplifiers inside this Beolit 17, and it's a 2 times 45 watts Class D amplifier for the woofer and for the tweeter. The Beolit 17 is available with the finish in dark gray, stone gray, light gray, and natural, and also in pink. So today we're gonna deassemble it and see what's inside this Beolit 17. So stay tuned. So we're gonna flip this upside down, and part what I know, there are some screws underneath the anti-skirt material or rubber feet. So also the serial number starts with 27. It's okay, and it's produced in China, and it's designed obviously in Bang & Olufsen, Denmark. So we're gonna remove those 4 rubber feet and see what's inside. I hope to see some screws underneath. Just remove it. Yes, there's some screws. So we're gonna continue to do that. We're gonna just remove it. Take your time. You can also use a flat screwdriver if you want, and the other one. Here we go. So there's 4 screws. I'm gonna speed up the process, and here is the 4 rubber feet for the Beolit 17. We're gonna put this aside, and we're gonna concentrate us to remove the screws. So I'm gonna speed up the process again and see what we end. We have now removed the screws. I think we can actually just lift it up maybe and see what's inside the Beolit. Oh, it's coming off. So what we have here, we actually forgot something. Safety first, as always, when we're working with electronics. So don't forget it. If you forget it, you can always bring it on. So I think we have a battery controller. There's 3 screws we need to remove, and we can do that. Here we go. And here is the input for the charger and for the mini jack input. I think we can just remove the cables from it. Here we go. And the last one. And here is the PCB board. I'm gonna put this aside. And we also had a cover, protecting cover. What's this? Like this. And we have the bottom part. So I think we can just lift it up. Here we go. Here's the grill. It's well made in aluminium. It's a great product choice, material choice from Bang Olufsen. They have used aluminium for decades right now. So yeah, this is the cover. And actually you can just change it. If you are charged from your color, from your own Beolit speaker at home, you can just change it. It's easy to access and you just lift it up and that's it. So, and then now we can see there's some drivers. Oh, we have the big woofer and we have the tweeters as sides. And we have the passive radiator at the side. So I think we should start with remove the battery. And the battery compartment is hiding in this area. So it's also easy to replace the battery actually. You can just open it up, unscrew those two screws, lift it up, and yeah, you're done. So I'm gonna unscrew the screws and see if we can access to the battery. I have fully removed the screws and I think we can just get the access. And here's the cover. And let's see if we can. Let's try to get a flat screwdriver in here and lift it up. And here's the battery. Can we change it? How's the battery stuck? It's not cannot be changed. No, it's fixed. Strange. I thought you can just change it, and this is 2200 milliamp hours battery. I thought you can just plug and play. Oh, the connection was in the middle. Great. So yeah, you can change the battery if you want. That's nice. So let's try to, can we do here? It's also my first time to deassembling a Beolit 17. Let's try to unscrew. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 screws we need to unscrew to lift the chopper part up. So I'm gonna unscrew it and see what we end with. We have finally removed the 2 screws on each side. Maybe we can just lift it up. No. It's still stuck. But I think we also need to remove, there are some screws here at the side. Let's try to remove that because I think we can't actually remove it. I don't know why, but let's try. So I'm gonna spread the process again, remove those 2 screws, but I also saw there are some screws here at the side. There's one here and one here. So let's start with that. Finally, we have removed the screws. There was 1 screw here, 1 screw here, and there was also at the bottom those 2 screws. So let's try to see if we can pull it out. I think they have the. Oh, we must missed 1 screw at the middle, and let's try to pull it apart. Oh, it's coming. Oh. I can see why we can't. I think we need to remove the top part, and the top part is holding by some screws here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 screws we need to remove also. There's hiding inside here. So I'm gonna speed up the process again and remove the screws and see if we can remove the top part. Now we have fully removed the screws hiding underneath here on each side. Let's try to see if we, oh, it's coming. Oh, boom, nice. Let's try to remove the cable for the connection. Here we go. Let's put this aside and let's try to remove the 5 screws. I'm gonna speed up the process again. We have finally removed the screws and let's try to pull it up. Yes, and here is the PCB board for the controls. It's a control button, it's a keyboard for the Beolit 17, and you can also see the numbers. So we're gonna put this board aside and let's try also, and here's the buttons for it. Nice. So if somebody has a bad button or has a bad texture in it, you can order from us. So the next step will be removing the handlebar. Let's try. The handlebar is holding by 2 screws on each side here. So I'm gonna speed up the process again. Here we go. So here's the B&O logo and the cover came right off. Let's try to see if we can, yeah. Here's the covers. No, not the covers, but the logo and the leather strap. So we're gonna put this aside and the leather strap will be sold with all the screws. So I think the top part is done. There's no parts hiding, and this will be sold like this. It's not in the best condition, but yes, we have the part here. And next step, let's bring the closed cabinet at the table. So we have actually removed all the screws and we have removed the, oh, I'm lying. We have 2 more screws we need to remove. So let's do that. I'm gonna speed up the process a little bit and see if we can pull it out together. We have finally removed, I hope, the last screws to pull the cabinet out. And this is very well built. Let's try to see if we can. No, there is something, some screws that are holding still. Let's try. No. We should remove all the screws. Let's try to inspect the product again. Maybe there are some screw holding here. I'm not sure inside here. So let's try to see. No, there's screws off here. Let's try to see if we can find some screws here. No. Okay, interesting. No, there's something is going on here. And the screws are removed. There's no screws hiding here. Not under this one. And what can we do about it? Okay, there's something holding here. Okay, that's strange. What can we do? Oh, and there's no screws here. There's screws here. Let's try to see if there's one screw left here. No. I'm even not sure if my screwdriver. I don't even have a so long screwdriver. I need to get some tools and see if we have a hiding screw right here in this place. Okay, I found a long enough screwdriver, and there's one screw left here. So I'm gonna remove the screws and let's see if we can get access to the Beolit 17. And we have finally removed it. It's the screws here. I think we can just pull it apart. Yes. And it came right off. And here is the main heart for the Beolit 17. And we have, it's actually crazy how they built this cabinet for the tweeters. That's crazy. That's nice. It's great to see the product inside the product. I never thought the Beolit 17 was built like that. And we have the long stroke wideband woofer. It's 5.5 inch. And we also have the full range drivers for it. That's great. So let's try to remove the screws. I think we should. I think we need to remove the screws here. There's 4 screws on each driver here. So let's do that. So we have finally removed the screws around each speaker from the tweeter. Let's try to open it up again, and I think the tweeter is loose. Yes. Okay. So what we have here, we have the tweeter is actually in the cabinet. Let's try to see if we can gain access to them. Let's try to see if we can. First of all, let's try to remove the cables, the connection cables to the amplifier board and the power supply board. And here is the one of the tweeters part. It's nice they have built it like that. And let's try to. I need to get a tool. I just cut the strap off. We can just gain access for the 2 tweeters. And you can already see the tweeters is in great shape. That's nice. I'm gonna put this aside. And these 2 parts are fully freely. Let's try to remove the 5.5 woofer. There's holding by 4 screws. We have finally removed the screws around the woofer. I think we can just pull it up. And here is the woofer. And it is actually my first speaker I'm seeing with this cap off from Bang & Olufsen. And this is, I'm not sure this part speaker are from Bang & Olufsen, but I never seen that before around the woofer from Bang & Olufsen. So yeah, this is the 5.5 inch woofer. And here is the cabinet from the woofer side with the 2 tweeter. It's not the tweeter, it's the full range drivers. Next step is we're gonna remove the main board from the Beolit 17. I'm gonna speed up the process again, remove there's 2 here, screws and 5 screws a total, and I'm gonna do that. We have removed the screws. I think one of the screws dropped off here. Let's try to remove this cable first. And we also have a wireless connector. As we have seen before, they have used the same antenna. What product was it? I think there was a A2. So we know how to remove that. We just need to take a flat screwdriver and set it like here and try to force, not force, but this has a glue on, and here we go. This must be the antenna. Yeah. Let's remove the cables. here is the main board and the power supply board, and also the amplifier board. Here we have the antenna and the wireless board. I think the wireless board they have used in this all the same time, and also the amplifier is all the same. So this is the, oh, they also have put the firmware number inside the board. So this is the main board and the amplifier board, and also the power supply board for the Beolit 17. We're gonna put this here. And there's one screw left, 2 screws here. Yes, and at the side we have the passive radiators. And the radiators we have seen in a lot of Bang & Olufsen products actually. So, and this is actually aluminium, I think. So there's no parts left on this one. I think we can bring all the parts here and see what's had been inside the Beolit 17. So we are actually finally done. We have fully deassembling Beolit 17 product. We have the bottom part here, and we have the other chassis closed cabinet with the each sided radiators. We have the battery cover, the battery itself. We have the input for the USB-C and line in input. The button PCB board and the physical button itself. The main board. We have talked about a little bit about this one, and we also had the full range drivers. We have the leather cover, and we also have the long stroke wide banded woofer. And we have the woofer side cabinet protector, and we have the top cabinet chassis where the button is located, and here we have the cover. You can also change that if you want, or paint it if you are interested in that. And the last one will be the another full range driver. So this is the end of the Beolit 17. It was very nice to see what products was inside the Beolit 17. So I hope you liked the video, and I hope you will subscribe to my channel. Also leave me a comment if you like this video. So have a nice day and stay tuned.